What's up, everyone? Happy Monday and welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the last couple of videos that I've started in this series. My goal is really to provide value and insight into things that some of you might know and might seem like commonplace, but others of you might be curious about and just not sure really where to look. If there are topics, I have a list of about 15 or 20 that I'm going to work through. If you guys have a specific topic that you're curious about and it's not on my list, I'm happy to add it and do some videos for you because I want to make sure that you're as knowledgeable in knowing what you're doing when you're going in to purchase a home and throughout the process to get the best results and to honestly just to have the best feeling and be happiest throughout that process. The first two videos were on homestead exemption and portability, and this third one is going to kind of round out this first little series, which is all on various property taxes. What this is on property tax changes. So are you house shopping? If you are house shopping right now, you need to stop and you need to pay attention to this. I have too many clients and too many people that have told me horror stories in the past of them not knowing how to calculate and what their taxes were going to be the following year. So many people don't understand that the current property taxes on a home most likely are not going to be what they will be paying the following year when the property gets reassessed for their tax bill. So let me explain a little bit about how that happens, because if you are out there house shopping and you are looking at different homes and doing your monthly calculations to see what works, this is a make or break. This is something where all of a sudden you could have an additional $500, $1,000, $1,500 a month on your payment that you were close on, but you were making it work because it's your dream home. Now you can't afford it. So I don't want that ever to happen to anyone. I want you to be house rich, not house poor. And I think so many people don't understand how to get that and what the questions are to ask. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do in these series is give you the ammo and the questions you need when you're going into your showings. If I'm not there, you know what to ask and what to calculate to make sure that you're in a good position at the closing table. So the big one is the property. If it has been reassessed, how does this happen? How does it change? I think so many people don't understand. And there's two big ones. One of them is if it's potentially a new construction and it has been a vacant land and the taxes are on a vacant land. And when you're purchasing it, you're the first owner. Those taxes are going to get reassessed and add the value of the building to it. So it's going to go from an A number to an A plus B number, which is going to drastically change what your potential tax rate is. The other big one is like for my father. He had been in a house for 30 something years. So when he sold it, he had homesteaded. It was his primary residence. So he had his taxes locked in at a value of X, $100,000, let's say. When he sold it, his house was worth 10X. His taxes didn't go up by 10X because he had the 3% max for the homestead exemption. But what did happen was when the new people bought his house, I even had a conversation with them to let them know they weren't my client, but I wanted them to know their taxes were almost triple. And so if you didn't know and your taxes went from $8,000 to $25,000 a year, that additional $1,500 a month can make something that's very affordable not affordable to a lot of people very quickly. And so that's what I'm really here for, is to do everything I can to not have that happen to you. And the easiest way to do this is to know most of the places in Florida, the millage rate's 1.8%. So if you're buying a house for ease and it's $1 million house, your taxes are most likely going to be $15,000 to $18,000 a year. So do your calculation off of your purchase price. Normally the taxable assessed value is slightly lower than that. And then if you have portability, in my other video, I'll tag it below, you can see. So there's tax savings or homestead exemption. You will have tax savings to knock that down a little. But the easiest way is to calculate 15 to 18, 1.5 to 1.8% on a millage rate to figure out on your purchase price what your tax number is. If anyone has any questions on that, please drop them down below. I'm happy to answer them. I can do another little video, whatever it may be. But the biggest kind of ways to save on your taxes are, like I had said, once you lock it in with your homestead and you poured over any savings, you just want to know that even with that number and what your new purchase and assessed value is the following year, you're going to be in a good spot. Now, one glimmer of hope here, I will tell you, is there is the way that it can actually go down. Fortunately, there are people that bought in 2020, 21, whatever it may be, at the height of the market, and we're down 5 or 10% from there. So your taxes could just come down a little bit, but it's not something to count on. And I would not count on them staying the same. Most likely they're going to go up because somebody who's been there every year when they reassess the taxes, they seem to go up 5 to 10%. So it's just something to be mindful of and to make sure that you get caught on the right side of that. Again, if you guys have any questions, please drop them down below. I want to make sure I can answer anything I can for you. Like, subscribe, follow. I appreciate everything. And I hope to get another video out for you in the next week or so. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.